Do you start and stop new anti-inflammatory diets frequently due to confusion and overwhelm? Do you lose all interest in your new anti-inflammatory habits quickly because it feels hard? Do you give up on your health goals without ever reaching them when life gets busy? If you find yourself saying, "This is too hard, I don't have time," or "I don't know how," this episode is for you. In this episode, I will share my 3-step process to setting goals that are achievable and fit into your busy life so you can reduce inflammation and reduce chronic pain. Grab a pen and paper and let's plan your goals. Have you tried everything to eliminate autoimmune symptoms like joint pain and digestion issues without relief? Are you struggling to keep up with the demands of life due to chronic fatigue? Does chronic pain keep you from doing the things you love in life? If you are feeling defeated and hopeless, you are not alone. I am Ashley Cavolo, a busy working mom who once struggled with debilitating autoimmune symptoms. I too felt like giving up after trying every possible solution without relief from symptoms like joint pain and stiffness, painful digestion issues, relentless chronic fatigue, and embarrassing brain fog, until it was time to stop allowing the pain to control my life. I dove into the root cause of autoimmune diseases and was shocked to find the answer is not found in endless doctor visits, harsh medications, expensive supplements, or strict food lists. The secret to healing autoimmune symptoms is found within the specific habits that reduce inflammation and heal symptoms quickly and naturally. I applied what I learned and found relief from my symptoms in a matter of weeks. 7 years later, I am living a pain-free life free of autoimmune symptoms. I turned this discovery into a self-paced program called the Autoimmune Reboot, where I share my secrets and my step-by-step process to help you heal your symptoms quickly so you can live a pain-free life. This podcast is for you if you are ready to eliminate joint pain so you can jump out of bed every morning pain-free. Heal and maintain a healthy gut so you can enjoy your favorite foods again without that uncomfortable bloat. Go from no energy and endless coffee breaks to an abundance of natural energy and stamina to tackle the day. Eliminate uncomfortable autoimmune symptoms such as bloating, brain fog, constipation, diarrhea, digestion pain, inflammation, joint stiffness, skin rashes, and many more. Living a pain-free life is easier and closer than you think. I can't wait to show you what I discovered. Refresh your coffee and let's dive in. I know the feeling. You want nothing more than to find relief from your joint pain, chronic fatigue, and painful digestion issues. Yet getting there feels so hard. You try this diet, that supplement, a workout, but after a few weeks in, the excitement fizzles out. Life gets busy, and you're short on time. Or it simply feels so complicated, and you don't have time to add another thing to your to-do list. I have been there. When I decided to take control of my autoimmune disease once and for all, I learned it wasn't a quick fix. It took trial and error until I figured out what actually worked and how to make it stick. The trick wasn't finding a magic pill, it was finding the small daily habits that supported my health and finding a way to make them fit into my busy life. The key to living a life without chronic pain is sticking to your anti-inflammatory habits so your body has time to reduce inflammation. That is when you will find relief from your symptoms, but it doesn't happen overnight. Inside my signature program, the Autoimmune Reboot, I release a monthly deep dive bonus training. The December training was just released, where we dive deep into this process so you know exactly what your goals are, what the exact steps are that you need to take to achieve them, and you will know exactly when to take those steps so you can achieve your goals with clarity and confidence. I also created a brand new roadmap template to make mapping out your goals fast and painless. This is how we're doing it. The first step is to get super clear on your future and the purpose behind your goals. If you are just trying a new diet or supplement because some health guru tells you to, you're missing your own personal connection and purpose behind it. Studies show when you envision your new reality, your mind begins to believe it, and it takes action based upon that belief. So you instinctively begin to take action to reach that goal. Faster and easier. Imagine what your life will look like once you achieve this goal. Write down everything you see in your mind. Paint the picture so you can feel it. Then you will determine exactly what you need to do to reach your goal with small steps that are short, simple, and achievable. Repeating these steps consistently every day is key to creating a habit. Studies show you can establish a new habit within a matter of weeks when you are focused and committed to practicing it every day. But the key is finding a space in your day for these small steps. This requires you to be brutally honest with yourself by recognizing where you are spending your time on what I call empty habits. Things like binging a TV series on the couch at night or sleeping in until the last second before your workday begins. You may need to think long and hard about your current empty habits and how you can shift them to incorporate needle-moving habits that will reduce inflammation and lead to a life without chronic pain. This may feel hard at first, but it's necessary work. Once you do this and begin to feel a change in your body, you won't look back. Being consistent with your anti-inflammatory habits is the key. It took time for your inflammation to build, for chronic pain to show itself, and years for your autoimmune disease to come to light. So it takes time and consistency to reverse it. But it is possible when you get clear on your habits and know exactly what to focus on to target inflammation at the root. We dive deep into this in the exact habits that reduce inflammation inside the Autoimmune Reboot, where I walk you through the exact steps you can take to finally find relief from joint pain, skin rashes, digestion issues, chronic fatigue, and so much more. A pain-free life is possible inside the Autoimmune Reboot. Click the link in the show notes to get started. I hope this podcast has helped you in your autoimmune journey. If you find value and inspiration in this episode, please leave a 5-star rating and review and share the episode with a friend. When you do, you are helping this podcast reach people around the world who are ready to live a pain-free life. The information and opinions shared in this podcast are for educational and informational purposes only. The content within this podcast is not a substitute for professional care. Always seek the advice of a physician or medical professional to answer health-related questions. Implementing the advice shared on this podcast should be done at your own risk. Actions taken by listeners as a result of the content shared on this podcast is not the responsibility of the host or creator. This podcast does not endorse and is not affiliated with treatments or products mentioned in this podcast unless otherwise specified. Products or treatments shared in this podcast are for informational purposes only. Always seek the advice of a medical professional for answers to product or treatment questions. All content, including but not limited to text, graphics, logos, and material shared under the Autoimmune Reboot podcast, is protected by copyright and all applicable laws. Any kind of unauthorized distribution or use of this content is strictly prohibited and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Listening to this podcast is acknowledging your agreement with these terms.